Ram lived in an old apartment. One day, he went to college on his bicycle. On the way, he saw his friend Krishna, who was also going to college on his bicycle. They both went to college together. After some time, they reached the college, parked their bicycles under a tree, and went to class. Some students were already sitting in the class. They sat down. After some time, the teacher came into the class. All the students stood up and said, "Good morning, teacher." The teacher also said, "Good morning." Then the teacher wrote a notice on the board. The teacher wrote a notice on the board about the college vacation. When the bell rang, everyone went home. Krishna was about to leave when Ram stopped him and asked, "Where are you going for the vacation?" Krishna said, "I haven't thought about it." Ram said, "I am going to my hometown, you can come with me." Krishna thought about it and after some time said yes to him. They both went home. The next morning, Ram went to the bus stop. Krishna was also standing there. After some time, a bus arrived, and they both got on the bus and took their seats. As the bus was on its way, a passenger sitting near them asked, "Where are you going?" Ram replied to the passenger, "We are going to my hometown." Upon hearing the name of the hometown, the passenger was shocked. Ram asked the passenger why he was shocked. The passenger replied that there was a forest near the town with an old house in it. Suddenly, the passenger stopped talking. Krishna asked the passenger why he had stopped and urged him to continue talking about the house. The passenger then said that the house was haunted by a ghost that killed anyone who went near it. Suddenly, the bus stopped, and the passenger got off. The bus then continued on its way. After some time, the bus stopped near an old town. Ram and Krishna got down from the bus and went to Ram's house. After some time, they went to sleep. Suddenly, Krishna woke up in the middle of the night. Suddenly, Krishna woke up and saw a black shadow outside the window and screamed in fear. Ram woke up after hearing Krishna scream and asked, "Why did you scream?" Krishna replied, saying he saw a black shadow outside the window. Both of them started chasing the shadow, and their pursuit led them deep into the forest. After some time, they reached an old mansion. Ram saw the house and suddenly remembered that passenger who had told him about a haunted house. Ram, scared, told Krishna, "Let's go back home." But Krishna had another plan after some time. Krishna replied, "Let's go inside the house." Ram convinced Krishna to go back home, and they both started heading towards it. Krishna stooped and looking that mansion, but Ram took Krishna with him towards his home. After some time, both of them reached home and went to sleep. The next morning, Krishna told Ram that they should go back to the mansion and check what the reality was. Ram said he would never go back to that mansion. Krishna agreed with Ram but had something else in mind. They had dinner at night and then went to sleep. Krishna woke up after Ram fell asleep and started heading to the mansion through the forest. After walking for some time, he reached the mansion and went inside. He got a little scared. Suddenly, he felt that someone had passed by him. He became very scared and fainted. Krishna looked back and saw nothing, then continued walking inside the old mansion. Suddenly, he saw a door and walked through it, shocked by what he found inside. The room was filled with gold and dollars. As he stood there thinking, he suddenly heard footsteps. Scared, he collided with a wooden box and hid behind a sofa. Hearing the sound, two people entered the room, searched around but found nothing. As they were leaving, they heard something and checked behind the sofa, finding Krishna hiding. One of them forcefully took Krishna and locked him in another room. One of them made a phone call, saying, "Boss, there was a boy in that room. We locked him up." The boss replied that he would come soon. After some time, a bodybuilder entered the room, and Krishna was shocked to see him.
As soon as Krishna saw the man, he was shocked. The man was none other than the one who had told Ram about the haunted mansion. Krishna felt a bit scared, but he didn't lose his courage. The man laughed and said, "So this is the boy who dared to enter the mansion. You have no idea what a big mistake you've made." Summoning his courage, Krishna asked, "Who are you and what's going on here?" The man, now visibly angry, replied, "This place belongs to me, and so does all the gold and money here. I run illegal operations in this mansion. You shouldn't have come here. Now that you've seen everything, I can't let you leave alive." Krishna's face grew even more anxious, but he steadied himself. He thought, "I have to find a way to escape from here." He looked around and came up with a plan. Spotting an opportunity, he grabbed a stick lying nearby and struck the man on the head with all his might. The man was hurt, but he was so strong that it didn't have much effect. The man quickly grabbed Krishna and said, "Trying to attack me? Now you'll face an even worse fate." Just then, a loud noise echoed through the mansion. Everyone was shocked and started running around in panic. The man let go of Krishna and turned to find the source of the noise. Krishna seized the moment and quickly ran away. Krishna entered an old corridor that ended in a dark space. At the end of the corridor, he found an old door. He tried to open it, but it was locked from the inside. Then he noticed a small hole in the door through which a strange light was shining. Looking through the hole, Krishna saw a small room with a glowing object in the center. It was an orb, radiating an eerie energy. Krishna thought, is this part of the mansion's secret? He hesitated for a moment, but the sounds of the men and his men approaching broke his concentration. Quickly, Krishna changed his plan. He noticed another tunnel on the other side of the corridor and dashed into it without hesitation. The tunnel was dark, but Krishna could see a faint light at the other end. He hurried towards it. When Krishna reached the end of the tunnel, he found himself in a large hall. It seemed to be the biggest room in the old mansion. On one side, there were ancient paintings, and on the other, some strange-looking items, likely connected to the mansion's illegal activities. Then Krishna saw the men entering the hall. The bodybuilder yelled, "No matter how hard you try, you can't escape. There's no way out for you now." To distract them, Krishna pushed over an old pillar, which crashed to the ground, blocking their path. The men started chasing Krishna again. Krishna desperately searched for another way out and noticed a large window that was open. He ran straight towards it and jumped out without a second thought. Outside the mansion, the path was surrounded by dense jungle. Krishna landed on the ground, barely maintaining his balance, and kept running. He glanced back and saw that the men were still chasing him. Krishna running quickly, and the man, in his hurry to catch up, trips and falls, crying out in pain. Meanwhile, Krishna continues running and eventually reaches the town. Krishna thought, what was the secret of the mansion? What was that glowing orb? Should I tell Ram about this? One thing was certain. Krishna decided he would never go near that mansion again.